Thanks for tuning in to today's reflection. About a week and a half ago, it was the feast of Sunday. It was the Sunday of Jesus as the Good Shepherd. That's an image that I think is very personal. Jesus used it all the time, referring that he was the shepherd and we, his disciples, are the sheep. And so we celebrated that a week and a half ago, and a lot of the reflections were based on that, following that. Well, today, in today's gospel passage that you read just before I came on, the Lord uses a different image. He now shifts to describing him as the vine and we are the branches. Now, there's a great history to that image. The Jewish people, the image of the vine and the branches was very familiar to them, because throughout history, from the time of Moses, the vine represented the people of Israel, God's chosen people. He loved them, he cared for them, he watered them, and because he did, they carefully grew. So the vine was the people of Israel. And then the vine just kept growing and growing because it was cared for and loved by God. And that the Israelites would continue to grow and grow and grow. That image was so significant to the Jewish people. It had such meaning for them and to them that at the temple in Jerusalem, over every entrance of the temple, there was a number of entrances, carved over the door was the vine. And every time the Jews would go into the temple to pray, they would look up at that image. And that image would be a symbol that, yes, God is taking care of them, they are growing, and God's nurturing and caring them. They are the vine. Knowing this, Jesus now at the Last Supper, and remember this gospel passage is taken from what's called the final discourse of Jesus. John chapters 14 and 15, 16 come from his discourse at the Last Supper. Now, however, he takes that image of the vine that they were very familiar with, and Jesus said that he is the vine, and his disciples are the branches that sprout off of it. And God continues to be the vine grower. As God watched over the people of Israel, now God watches over Jesus and all his disciples. God waters it, cares for it. Now in this image, Jesus goes on then to say, all the branches, if Jesus is the vine, all the branches have to be connected to the vine. If they're not connected, there's no life. Now isn't that the truth? This spring, now that we're in the season of May and those days that it's sunny and not rainy, people are outside pruning their vines, their trees, their bushes. And I'm standing in front of the bushes here that will be soon trimmed and pruned. And our Lord uses that image. He said, if a branch is broken, if it's not really attached to the vine, that branch will fall off. It gets no nourishment. And it's dead. And it needs to be pruned, taken off. And so if we're not connected well to Jesus Christ, we're like a branch that's barely hanging on. It's going to die, it's going to fall off. He then goes on in his gospel to explain, but he has to prune it. Now pruning, I don't do a whole lot of pruning. But I know we have a wonderful woman in our parish who helps, her name is Jean, who helps to prune these rose bushes outside the church. And she's kind of taught me a lesson in how you have to, cut them down. These will be cut down. The more you prune the rose bush and get rid of those that the excess growth, the growth that's not good, more the flowers will come out. The stronger the bush will be, the more the fruit or the flowers, in this case, will bear it. And that's what Jesus said. The more you are connected to me, like a branch connected to the tree, the more you're connected to the vine, the more nourishment that I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you life. I'm going to give you strength. And it's going to have to be pruned. And there's sometimes when we are not producing fruit, then the Lord kind of challenges us. He kind of prunes us, and he does that in different ways to get rid of some of those excess things in our life that we don't need or that we've been focusing on that maybe not be healthy for us or for others. We have to prune. Now, sometimes we know what we have to do. We know what we have to cut back on and let go of if we're going to have a healthy Christian lifestyle. Sometimes if we don't do it, God will help us whether we want it or not, quite honestly. He will kind of prune us because he wants us to bear fruit. He wants us, or in this case, the flowers. He wants to bear beautiful flowers. But we can't do it unless we're connected to Jesus Christ. You can't take a branch away from the vine, you pull it off the vine, and the branch is going to die. And that's what our Lord is saying to his apostles at the Last Supper. You can't do it without me. You could try, some may think they are, but you'll bear no fruit. And the better you are connected to me, the more my life, my nourishment will come through you, and you will bear fruit. And he's challenging us. What do we have to prune away from our life? What do we have to, some of those things we need to change, either get rid of or do less of. Some things so that we can bear good fruit. So today's gospel passage really hits home. But for the Jewish people, now it gave new meaning to the vine that was over the temple. Now when they looked at that vine, Jesus was the vine. We are the branches bearing life and fruit that comes from Jesus Christ. And God the Father is the vine grower. Thank you for tuning in for today's reflection.